Hey everybody. Thank you for joining me today. So, we're going to talk about manifesting and goal setting for the year of 2023. I hope you guys are living a blessed life right now and that you guys are really appreciative of all the things that you've tried to accomplish this year, but it's okay if you didn't accomplish all your goals. So, we are going to talk a little bit about manifesting and setting up ourselves for the goals for the next year and how there's a certain way to do it where you need to honor the goals you have made versus the goals you have not, but also cleanse the space and bring it in for the new goals. So I am an investment property coach. I've been teaching you guys for so long about this. And so each day I get new clients and we go over the intricacies of doing it and them getting started on their project. And the thing is that I've been working with people who maybe it's been about 5 years or six or even sometimes 10, 11, 12, where they've been like, I've wanted to do real estate investing and I've thought about it and I've read and I watched the podcast, but I just haven't done it. And, I eventually end up working with those people like 6 years into this dream and we're successful. But I'm wanted to go over how it's okay if it's been 10 years and you haven't met your goal. Like it's okay to forgive yourself for that and make 2023 your best year. Right. And you guys understand where I'm coming from with this. So let's talk about at the end of the day, you need both. You need both your mindset to be in alignment with your actions. Your actions are you actually going maybe I have an opportunity now where if you guys schedule a 30-minute call with me, not only do we lay out a plan, but you get to lock in 2022 prices. That's your physical actions aligning to your goals. And there is a workshop in addition to you can call me and do the 30-minute in-depth plan. There's a workshop on planning on how to do that in a way where you don't have anything left over from not accomplishing your goals in the past, keeping you from accomplishing your goals in the future. So this is a pretty deep conversation, at least in my mind. And so we want to talk about, so in this workshop, and which I linked to in the show notes so you guys can see them already, we're going to go into how it's okay if you haven't accomplished your goals, but there's also a good thing for you to give that a little bit of a ceremony, right? And the deeper the ceremony, the more you really cleanse and release any past quote unquote failures. And I say failure because it might be like you didn't accomplish your goals, but I don't consider failures a bad thing. Like as far as I'm concerned, it's just a tool to use on not accomplishing the goals and how you can do it differently. Like that's not bad because there's so many things in my life where like I failed to accomplish them the first 6 times and I did the seventh and I got exactly what I wanted. So failure is such a word that I think most of us when you get to my age, which is 40, we sort of realize that like, listen, I needed all those lessons. I needed all those hard hits to be the person I am today. Right. And so we want to talk about a way. So there is a big component of releasing the past that you didn't quite make and surrendering it. So now we're getting a little bit more into setting goals and law of attraction, which, that's one tool of many I use to manifest. But you have to sort of agree that there's an energy about you. And if you have a past failure and it's still in your energy, that can impact you being clear and fresh and renewed for the future. And so giving yourself some sort of ceremony to acknowledge that it didn't go as you planned and the goal you didn't hit or you didn't hit as expected. Like it's okay right now to give yourself some grace for that. Release it in a very deep way that really removes and gets rid of it out of your energy field. And then I like it in the LOA mindset to surrender it. And there's ceremonies you can do too to officially hand off and surrender. But it's a really big thing because I do work successfully with people who it has taken them years to get involved. But that should not be your whole story, right? That's the past stories. But there's a way to cleanse the past completely and then go on to the future. So I have a workshop on, it's called Release, Surrender, and Renew. And it's like $37. It's very affordable. It's just for you to come by. And it's going to be a time where we're going to share what didn't work out. But we're also going to share with gratitude and love what did work out. So we're going to attract and build our energy and mindset with the things that did, but we're also going to cleanse and release and surrender the ones that didn't, and then get a new frame of mind and go, well, what 2023 goals do we have for the future? And it's a cleansing ceremony that there's so many things in our lives that we're missing. There's ceremony for a reason, because it's a contract or a signal to your energetic body that this is what we're releasing and this is what we're taking in. You can't just think it. However, with physical actions and going with it is actually very quite cleansing and healing and whole for the body. And I find it deepens that connection between mind, body, soul, even more so when you use your physical body in some sort of contract. You're making a contract with yourself, like, I'm releasing this. That's a contract with yourself. So we're going to go into that. We're also going to go into, okay, now what's your new goal? Now, for me, I have my own goals. Like, one of my manifestation goals is I applied, my physical action is I applied to a board position, right? Board positions are just such a level up, classy. I mean, you work for it, but the network and access you get is so astounding, as well as the launch off to be able to join other boards, which is all about networking and access and relationships, is so much. So manifesting that. I just put one of my long-term rentals on the market. I've had it for 10 years. I bought it for $25,000. It's worth more than my current house that I live in. So generally I hold on to these long-term because I like the passive income. But in this particular situation, going for financial freedom and paying the home off is what I want. So part of that is doing the manifestation on a fast and quick sell, and not with the current interest rates getting hit or dinged for it. So it's a very interesting place. So I have that, as well as I'm also going to see if I can manifest and set the goals that, like, the physical action is setting, right now I just spent way more money than I wanted to, but I want to actually get enough money to buy another rental property plus a car. And so with those things, that's part of the goal setting that we're going to be doing in the workshops, as well as like a whole list of other ones we have. But also my physical actions to match that is that I just hired contractors for staging. I just hired contractors for painting, right? So we're going to have a conversation of what did work out for you? What did you guys manifest? What goals did you hit? We're also going to share as a group what goals didn't you hit. We're also going to share in a ceremony in which we release what we didn't hit. We send it off with love. We literally surrender to the universe and go, it's yours now. I'm done with that one. And we're going to expand into a bigger world of, okay, like, we may not have hit that, and that's fine. We released it. We're just going to wait for the universe to give it to us in the way that we want. But what now? What is the new, fresher, and even better goal for you now that maybe a year ago you didn't have the vision for, but maybe now after your release, you're cleared open to be able to see something maybe even bigger and better than you were able to before. And so that's what we're going to be doing in the workshop. I'm really excited. Like, it's going to be a really nice one. It's just something that's going to, I've done these workshops before. You're just going to be vibrating at a very, very, very high pace. And with vibration, it goes like this. This is vibration and energy. Sometimes you're high, sometimes you're low, but you need to have like those things and those go-to moments where you can come back to the high. And maybe it starts to go down, but you need that bump every now and then to like make sure you're staying here and you're not just wallowing in the valley of disappointment and delusion, which I've been in. I've been in the valley of disappointment and delusion. I'm actually going to talk about that because I have some very big goals that I've been trying to manifest for like freaking 10 years. Has not come through. So that is going to be part of the release ceremony. And I'm going to show you how I did that and how, and bringing in the new one. So, I manifest a lot. We're going to go over. I want everyone to share their wins because all the guys said, you can call it setting goals and manifestation. It's the same. And there's a physical and a mental component. The mental is just getting the idea very clear of what you want. I'm also trying to manifest a new Lexus because I've been looking at luxury cars. I never had a luxury car. I just had Hondas, which are cool. I love them. But I never had a luxury car. So I've been researching. And Lexuses are hands down got the best when it comes to customer service and all the groups I've been asking, as well as I just really like the look, as well as value for your money, as well as maintenance. So there's Mercedes, there's Range Rovers, there's this and that. And people like all their cars, but Lexus got the best when it comes to customer service and maintenance. And I'm just all about that. But I have to like get really clear about which car, right? You know, if we're gonna manifest it, like there's just so much research to do. So there's just so much that goes into like manifesting all these things. Like it's just getting clear and then it's getting a timeline. But that's in addition to me, you know, I'm doing it's the physical action as well as the mental action. So yes, I want one, but the physical action is literally looking up and seeing which one you want, right? Or me trying to sell the house for as much as possible during, you know, whatever this time is with the high interest rates, right? And me going, I don't care about that. This is the goal. And the physical actions are, you know, getting the painting done, getting the staging done, which is extra work, paying for that extra just to get it, right? Get that extra cash and money. So, you know, it's a very interesting place to be, but we always have to match the physical with the mental. So if you guys would like to match the physical actions, please get in touch with me for a 30-minute consultation where we'll go a step-by-step plan over the next year for you to actually get to the goal and get a rental property. And you'll also be able, as a bonus to you, lock in 2022 rates. If we do it, especially for those who've been wanting to work with me for a while, because there's a lot of you guys that sort of just sit and wait until the moment, but this is it. This is definitely the moment. But also there is a workshop and we're going to go into release, surrender, and setting new goals. But it's also going to be really big on sharing because you guys have accomplished your goals. And sometimes it's just good to have a roundtable of sharing, well, this did work for me, this didn't, and hearing what other people used to hit their goals and how it came about. So it's going to be very communal, not just me talking. It's going to be a very shared community, very shared roundtable, very much a chance if you don't have anyone to talk to get it out and in a very warm, supportive environment. I only attract good, high vibrational people. So that's the kind of people you'll be around. I'm also a good leader. So if there's a low vibrational person, I might have to calmly talk to them offline and let them know to relax. Right. But so you don't have to worry. It'll be a good container. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys, especially if you have real estate goals. I do too, and it's good. So we got to match the magic, the physical with the mental, spiritual, and energetic. And I'd love to invite you guys all to come. So I'm going to go off now. Are there any comments or questions before I head on out? And in the description, I have links to both scheduling a call with me as well as links to if you want to join us on the workshop this Wednesday. So it'll be this Wednesday, the December 14th at 6:30. So 6:30 to 8. And it's just going to be a nice round table, release, surrender, cleanse, and setting new intentions. It'll be very ceremonial, but trust me, you're absolutely going to love it because whenever I do more ceremonial practices, it's just a deeper level of cleansing, refreshing, and renewal that you receive. And when you do it in a group environment, the intention just escalates it. So it's just, you're just going to feel really good afterwards and you'll just be refreshed. You'll be at that, you'll do the, you know, in the cycle, you'll be at that top peak. All right. I don't see any questions. All right. Well, love you guys. And thank you so much for taking time to listen. I wish nothing but the best to you guys in my Sub 30K Mastermind group. Thank you guys for everything. It's been really fun. And I wish you guys all success in your life. And even if you don't do it with me, make sure you do the goal setting and make sure your physical also matches the mental, right? All right. Love you guys and take care.